I'm a full-time creator, and here's what most people get wrong about scaling their content or brand online. They think they need to work harder. It's not about grinding more. It's about moving with purpose, moving fast and moving effectively. It's about testing what works, doubling down on the winners, and protecting yourself from the one thing that can kill your growth overnight. I'm talking about burnout. When your content is your business, every hour you save can make you more money. Now, I constantly have to create content, lead magnets, digital products, presentations, pitch decks, and all kinds of documentation. And I hate jumping between different apps. Today, I'm going to show you a new workflow where Gamma and Claude work together to turn your ideas into polished content for multiple use cases without ever leaving your Claude chat. You'll see how the Gamma connector inside of Claude eliminates the copy-paste nightmare. You're basically going to have the intelligence of Claude, its latest models, paired with the AI design powers of the Gamma app. This is better than just using an image generation model like Nano Banana because you're going to have the ability to edit your AI outputs inside of Gamma, allowing you to keep your content effective and on brand. No more AI slop, no more wasted time and burnout. This workflow is definitely going to help a lot of you level up and change how you work, so stay tuned. The links to Gamma.app are in the description and the pinned comments. By using this link, you get free credits to start creating today. So click the link below, grab your free credits, and 10x your content output starting right now. This workflow is a straight game changer for beginners because it lets you skip the learning curve and go straight to testing. Here's the 3-step powerhouse breakdown. Step 1, master polished AI content generation. Learn to use the Gamma app and Claude AI to pump out consistent content, then clean it up in Gamma Studio mode so you get sharp, human-level outputs instead of messy AI slop. Step 2, instant content conversion. One idea, multiple assets, zero extra effort. Take the same content and instantly spin it into a lead magnet, a deck, presentations, even landing pages that all keep the same style, voice, and vibe. Step 3, rapid value delivery. Ship value at the speed of a prompt. Generate with the power of top Claude AI models so you stay in publishing mode 24/7, never staring at a blank page as the clock ticks. This easy workflow is the ultimate way to test which pain points your audience actually cares about using your content without wasting weeks on design and production. For those new here, I'm the avatar of John Kelly, one of the minds behind Digital Creator AI. We built this channel from scratch and just recently hit 100K plus. We help creators, solopreneurs, and anyone building an online brand master the best AI tools, workflows, and strategies to grow every step of the way. If that's you, make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Real quick, before we dive in, if you're posting content on IG for your brand or business, you need this. I built a tool to automate my Instagram comments and DMs so I don't have to pay for expensive tools like ManyChat anymore. If that sounds like something you need, just know that for a limited time, I'm letting people get access to that completely for free. The links are down in the description and the pinned comments. Try it out and let me know what you think. Now let's jump into the workflow. The first thing we're going to want to do is go over to your browser and type in gamma.app, and let's head over to the website to create our free account. It's actually super easy to sign up. Just click here and you can sign up with a Google account. Once you've logged into Gamma, this is the workspace that you're going to see here at the top. You have these 3 buttons to start working. So if you click on Create New AI, here it's going to show you what you can do with Gamma. So you can generate content from a 1-line prompt in a few seconds. You can paste in text, so create from notes, an outline, or existing content. You can also generate from templates, so create using the structure of layouts from a template. You can also import files or URLs directly and use that to create your content. They also have this awesome feature here, which is studio mode. We're going to be using this a little bit later in the video. Now, if you guys want a breakdown of Gamma, I have 2 other videos on my account that show you exactly how to use every feature in this platform. So make sure to go check those out after this video. For now, we don't want to waste any credits. Let's head over to Claude. Here we are inside of Claude. And if you don't have a Claude account, you can head over to claude.ai and create yourself an account. What we want to do here is connect Claude to Gamma. So let's come down here, click on this plus icon, and let's come here to this section that says connectors. Here you can see that Gamma is connected and turned on, but if you want to connect Gamma, come over to Manage Connections, click Manage Connections, and here you're going to go to Browse Connectors, and you're going to be able to see all the different web connections that you can make inside of Claude. And if you scroll down, you'll see that Gamma is in the list. Just click on that and make the connection. It's going to ask you to authorize the connection. Super fast, super simple. Once you're logged in to Gamma and you do this through Claude, you'll connect very quickly. So now let's go back and start a new chat. All right, so let's get into the fun part. Let's start cooking. So the first thing I want to do is create a Instagram carousel. There's many ways we could do this because we don't just have the power of Gamma, but we also have the power of Claude at play here. So if we wanted, we could just start prompting Claude like we do every day to create content. If you're not using AI to create content, make sure to subscribe to this channel. For today's content example, I have a prompt ready. I'm going to paste it in here. And I optimized this prompt using Claude a second ago, but we'll break it down and you can see how simple this is. So here at the top, it says create a single slide Instagram story post 9:16. So I'm clarifying the aspect ratio. So you're going to want to do that, or just let it know that it's a Instagram post or a presentation or a document. Be specific on what it is that you're generating. And here I've actually included the theme. So if we go over to Gamma and we look at their library, you'll see that here they have a bunch of themes in their standard section. And these are like their main themes that you can use inside of Gamma. You can put that in your prompt and it will be sure to generate the content or whatever you're making in that style or theme. I've clarified here that I don't want images. I want it to be a minimalist design with generous white space, clean typography, and high readability. Pure white background with black text. Each section should be clearly separated with breathing room. And then we have the title and the content below here. Now let's double check that our Gamma connection is still on. Click on the plus, go to connectors, and you should see Gamma now show up here as connected. So our first example is going to be an Instagram story post. So let's just generate this. After about 2 to 3 minutes, Claude has finished our post. If we click here, you can see what it did, right? It's got the requests here that it was making to Gamma. And let's close this real quick. Let's scroll down. Here it says perfect. Pearl is ideal for this minimalist black and white design. Now let me generate the story post. So this story post 9:16, you can use this also for carousels. That's really what I'd probably use it for. But as you can see, it's generated the universal truth pitch template. It's got the empty white spaces like I wanted so that people can fill this in to perfect their sales pitch. And if we wanted to make some changes to this, which is the cool part of this, is we come here, we click on edit in Gamma, click on open link, and this is going to take me back to Gamma. We are now inside of the Gamma Studio, and here is the beauty of what we can do with Claude and Gamma together. Now we can make changes to this. So let's come up here to the top. We're going to click on theme, and to the right, you're going to see all the themes show up that you can use for this piece of content. I love the ease of use of this feature inside of Gamma. If we click here on professional, for example, I try this theme here, the Lux theme. So let's click on Lux, and let's see if it changes up my content. And just in a second, it has now changed up the look and feel of my content. And we can do that as much as we want with these themes. Like let's click here on night sky and let's see what it gives us. If we keep going, it'll continue to do this, and we can just go through these themes until we find one that we think is going to work for our content. So I would suggest scrolling through here and looking at the different themes. I kind of like this theme, Editoria. I like how bold it is at the top. This stands out. To the right here, we have some editing features. If you click here, search, you can look through all the different features. Down here, you have the basic blocks. So these are the blocks you can add here. Like if I want to add text, all I have to do is grab one of these blocks, drag it into my post here, and then I can type whatever I want there and update my content. But for now, let's keep the content as is. Below the basic blocks, you have images, and this will allow you to upload images into your projects. You can upload them from your computer. You can search them up in the web. You can use their AI image feature, so just generate the images right inside of Gamma. You can use their AI infographics feature. They just have a bunch of different things you can use here that are going to really help you customize and personalize your content. Below this, we have these smart diagrams. If we click this, it's going to give you the option to use those really cool diagrams and graphics that you see trending on TikTok and on social media. You've also got charts and graphs. So you can include charts and graphs. You have videos and media. If you want, you can include YouTube videos. We're not going to do that with our content. And then below this, we have embed apps and web pages. You can do a whole bunch with Gamma right here inside of the editor. One of the best features is up here in this agent mode. Here I am asking the agent to add 2 more cards for us. And to the left, you can see that it is adding in those extra cards. So now in just a couple seconds, we have some content that we can post either as a story on Instagram, or we can post as a carousel, because now we have more than one slide. So I wanted to use a piece of content like this because the idea is with these types of tools, you're going to want to create templates and fast content. Basically content you can go in there and just change up a couple things. Like if you notice that this universal truth pitch template works, you create more pitch templates and you create more content with this same layout, same style, same vibe. So you never break away from your brand or your aesthetic. Obviously, if the posts are working, if they're not working, you got to change all this stuff up. But luckily you can do that really fast here inside of Gamma. Now we're back inside of Claude and I want to show you guys how easy it is to take this one idea and turn it into different valuable pieces of content. So the first thing we created was the universal truth pitch template, which was the content we were just looking at. Now in Claude, I asked it to add 5 more pitch templates that would be helpful for content creators and digital entrepreneurs. So very simple prompt. It added those in there and just generated automatically the new Gamma for us. And down here, it'll break down in the chat what it did. After we got these 5 new pitch templates, I asked it to add 10 more pitch templates that the audience would find helpful. And what it did here is it generated a separate file with 10 more pitch templates that I could use. Now, this is just an example, but this is the kind of logic you would use if you wanted to recreate a winning template. Like let's say you started here and you noticed this post that you first made was working. You can expand on that really quickly just by adding these prompts in here and working with Claude inside of the UI to build out the next pieces of content based off that first piece. We're just creating content super fast, super quick, same style. So if we click on edit in Gamma, it'll allow me to open the link. Over here to the left, you're going to see a preview of all the slides. So if we scroll down, you'll see that all the 10 different pitch slides are here. So let's quickly pick our theme. Let's come over here and we're going to go to professional. I like this theme actually as well. So let's click here and I want to see how all the 10 pages look with this new theme. Let's come over here to the top to this present option. Click on this and now you can see how everything is going to look when you download each of these files. So let's go through here. And if we just click on the arrows, we can slide through each of the different pages. The beauty of this is that you're keeping the same branding, the same style, the same look, and you can use this as a template over and over again. If you wanted to download this, you'd come over here to these 3 dots, click there, and you can just export the slides as a PDF, as a PowerPoint, as Google Slides, or as PNGs. I'm going to click here on PNGs and I'm going to export those. Let's go back to Claude. And now inside of Claude, we are going to take this a step further. And the next thing that I did was I asked it to keep the same use and format of our 10 pitch templates, but turn it into a document that we can share as a lead magnet with our audience. So here we are taking the original idea, turning it into a story post and turning it into a 10-page basically carousel. And now we're turning that into a lead magnet that you could send using that same carousel. All we would have to do is go back to it and edit in a call to action, plug an automation to the back of that, which I'm actually offering and giving to everybody that wants for free. Just know the link for Instagram automations is down there in the description of the video and the pinned comments. Basically, you're creating the content, creating the lead magnet super fast, super quick, and it did exactly that. So here's our lead magnet. Let's click here on Edit in Gamma. Let's open the link up. Right now, the look of our document is really minimalist. As you can see here in the preview on the left, there's a lot of white empty space. So let's come over to the themes and let's make this align with our content that we just made. So let's go back to professional and let's find that green color that we were using. Here it is. So let's click here. And now it's applied the theme that we used inside of our content to our lead magnet as well. Once you find one of these themes that works for you, just keep reusing it. So there's a lot of empty space here. So you could add more to this and you could literally use the agent here on the right to add whatever you want. So let's click add evidence from web citations. So let's see what it does with this. It looks like it's grabbing some more information that it can add to our document to back up sort of the use cases of the pitch deck. So here is the supporting evidence that the agent found. It says option 1, add a why this works evidence card, create a new card. Option 2, embed mini research, says call outs in each template. And then option 3, create standalone the science behind the scripts card. Now, I don't want it to create another card. I want it to use option 2. This way it populates our pages a bit more. Let's tell it to use option 2. Let's give it a minute and let's see if it updates our pages. Looks like the agent is done. And here we can see the original and the modified. So if you ever want to go back to the original, you can just click on this option here that says original, but I'm going to keep the modified version. Now let's scroll down here and see what it did. So here on this page, it added this piece of content. On the next page, Let's see, it added here, this piece of content. Here it added another supporting fact. It added in some more content on some of the pages, but you can just keep building out your documents this way using the agent. You can always attach supporting documentation or maybe a bunch of information that you want to turn into something by clicking here on the upload option. And then next to this, we have this quick edits. If you click here, it's going to give you a bunch of different prompts that you can use right away. So it has research prompts, refining prompts, restyle prompts. This is one of my favorite tools to use to build quick lead magnets and digital products because you can really spend time building these things out inside of Gamma. Now, if you click on any of the cards, you can always use the agent up here by clicking on this icon that looks like 3 little stars, and it's going to give you some of these writing prompts and image prompts that you can use. And then here we have the styling options. Now, this is cool too because it's going to change up the layout of the cards, not just the theme, right? So if we click here, it'll move the text down, as you can see. Let me click out of here. It moved the text down and added in this banner at the top. I like playing around with this as well because it fixes the issue of maybe having blank empty spaces or needing your card to look a little bit different. So this last option here is a background layout. So it'll actually put a picture as your background. And if we want, you can remove the accent image. You can add a background image by clicking there, and it'll give you all these different accent images that you can pick from. You can click here on the drop down and you can use AI images as well. I'm going to paste in a prompt here so we can test this out. If you want to get your prompts enhanced, you can always click this enhance prompt button and it'll fix your prompts. If we scroll down below that, there are some art styles that you can select from. I'm going to select photo because I want a hyper realistic image. Here we have the aspect ratio. We can always change that up. We have the image count. Can do 3 images. We have the model. If we scroll down, you'll see they have a long list of different models that you could use. Let's come down here. Maybe I can click one of these premium models. So let's do Nano Banana Pro. How about that? And now let's click generate. It looks like it's done. If we scroll up to the top, we'll see the images that it's generated. It's done 3 for me. And there is the cat with the mohawk like I asked for. It looks like a hyper realistic photo. And then as you select them, you'll see on the left, it's giving you a preview of how this is going to look inside of your document. I picked this cat here. Now, if you want to get creative with the style again, just click here on the layouts and it'll move the layouts around again using your new image. We can also edit the image. If we just click on it, it gives us some editing options here at the top. But what I want to do is change up the styling one more time. Let's come down here to page setup. Click on page setup. Here you can see the different formats that Gamma can make. Gamma can make presentations, documents, social media posts, and web pages. The last thing we're going to do is generate a simple landing page to capture emails for this lead magnet. Right now, the letter style of document is selected, but I want it to be fluid. So let's click here on default. Now we've changed the format to fluid, and I think the document looks a lot better. If we look at the preview here on the left, all the content has been adjusted. We can export this in a way that looks professional without all that empty space. Let's click here on the 3 dots. We're going to go to export and let's export it as a PDF. Before we jump back over to Claude, I want to show you this. Let's click here on themes one more time. Come over to the selected theme that you have. And the 3 dots here, if you click on this, you can actually copy and customize the theme. You can copy the theme for API usage, and you can set it as a workspace default. I'm going to try and copy the theme for API usage, and let's see what happens if I copy the theme. I come back to Claude. In Claude, I have a prompt ready that says generate a simple landing page to capture emails for this lead magnet using the same theme. I'm going to change that and I'm going to paste the name of the theme here, and let's see what happens. Let's hit enter. So let's give it a minute and let's see what it comes up with. All right, so it looks like it's done. It's broken down here again, what it did for our landing page. It has a hero, a problem, what's inside, how it works. Let's click here on edit in Gamma and let's open the link. So here is our landing page. It's got the same theme as the last 2 pieces of content that we just made. And we can make any edits like we did with the content to our landing page. To the left, we can see the preview and we can see that it's generated a bunch of supporting information and copy to get people to download the lead magnet, which is awesome. Let's preview the landing page. We're going to come over here to the publish button so you can actually publish the site directly through Gamma. Click here and you'll see that you can add a custom domain, you can publish the page, and you can preview the current page. So let's preview it. Here we have the preview of our landing page. If we scroll down, you'll see that it's got elements that are just appearing and loading. So it's like an interactive site. It's not just a simple, boring landing page. Overall, the landing page looks great. If we scroll down, you'll see that it actually understood the assignment and added in supporting copy and marketing content and also information to help people understand, what they're going to get inside. So there you have it. Using Claude and Gamma, we've created content, we've created a lead magnet, and we've even created a simple landing page to get that lead magnet over to people. We basically created a full funnel today using Claude and Gamma. I hope this video was helpful, and remember, the links to Gamma are down in the description and the pinned comments. Also, any other tools or resources will be down there as well. If you want to turn your content like the content we made in this video today into an online business, you're going to need systems. For a limited time, I'm hooking up my viewers with a free Instagram DM and comment automation tool. You'll never miss another comment or DM on Instagram. Plus, I'll personally show you how I use it to get leads while I sleep and sell digital products on autopilot. If that sounds like something you need, the link is also down in the description. Sign up and let me know what you think. Now, if you're interested in taking your AI-generated content to the next level and making sure your hooks, scripts, and copy sound authentic and human, watch the video showing up on the screen right here. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next AI tool workflow. And I'll catch you all in the next video.